Is the WNBA rejecting its brightest new star, Caitlin Clark, to keep the spotlight on Aja Wilson? Despite breaking records and igniting fan excitement, why isn't Clark getting the recognition she deserves? Is it just about protecting Aja's legacy, or is there a deeper toxic culture at play here?
That Caitlin told you about how to help Juju deal with the incredible pressure that we saw her deal with firsthand.
Yeah. Well, first of all, she was so gracious. She literally took my phone and said, "Here's my number. You know, reach out, call me, see how I can help." But essentially, she said I had that level of attention for, she said like a year and a half, and she said Juju's going to have it for 3 years. So, obviously trying to let her get through the WNBA season, take a break, and then, really ask her specifically about what she would do the same, what she would do differently. And we've talked with their program about everything from security to autographs to, making sure we...
Insights provided by Coach Lindsay Gottlieb, it's clear that navigating fame and pressure in the spotlight is no small feat. The graciousness of Caitlin Clark shines through as she offers her personal number to help Juju, showing the supportive network that's essential for young athletes facing immense attention. Caitlin's experience, having dealt with similar pressures for a year and a half, equips her with the knowledge to guide Juju effectively. She emphasizes the importance of making the most of this time, while ensuring Juju feels secure and supported. This advice not only helps Juju manage the spotlight, but also creates an environment where she can thrive on the court. Caitlin Clark. From the moment she hit the court, she's been absolutely unstoppable. Record after record, she's crushed them, including becoming the first rookie since 2010 to snag Player of the Month. But here's the head-scratcher despite all of this. Where's the full-court press from the WNBA's marketing machine? Why isn't she getting the same spotlight, the same love from the league? What's holding them back from pushing their most exciting new star to the forefront? Something just doesn't add up. The WNBA has a golden opportunity with Caitlin Clark. She's not just playing, she's bringing a wave of excitement, new fans, and fresh energy to the league.
She's clearly great. Saying Caitlin Clark's not great is like saying Einstein wasn't smart. I mean, she's that great. All right, I'm proud of that. Obviously, the popularity of the game for women is skyrocketing. A lot of people may think she's just a scorer because she broke the scoring record, right? But when you saw last night, she is a great passer, too. She had, in addition to the 41 points, the 12 assists. The game before against Colorado, she had 29 points, 15 assists. She's averaging 10 assists in the tournament.
Let's turn our attention to Aja Wilson. Aja Wilson is an absolute legend. Two-time MVP, perennial all-star, and the driving force behind the Las Vegas Aces' success. No one's questioning that. But here's the real issue. Is the league's obsession with promoting her coming at the cost of suppressing new talent like Caitlin Clark? This isn't just a passing thought. It's a debate that's heating up among fans, and even some players are starting to weigh in. Could this fixation on the established stars be holding back the future of the WNBA? Let's get into the heart of this growing tension. I get it. Aja is incredible, but it feels like the WNBA is missing a huge opportunity by not fully capitalizing on Caitlin Clark's hype. Honestly, I came to this game because of her. She's got this electric energy that's drawing in fans like me. Caitlin isn't just a rising star, she's the future of this league. That's the sentiment we're hearing from fans, and it's getting louder. People are coming just to see Caitlin play, and if the league doesn't seize this moment, they might be leaving a lot on the table. Caitlin Clark, despite all the noise swirling around her, remains laser-focused. She's all about playing her game and lifting her team, showing what she can do on the court. But let's pause for a moment and ask the tough question. Could the league's reluctance to fully embrace her be part of a larger problem? A culture where young talent is told to wait their turn? We've seen this narrative play out in sports time and time again, where emerging stars are held back in favor of established names. And you know what? That's where the toxicity starts to seep in. Is the WNBA falling into the same trap, hesitant to let its brightest new star shine? This isn't just about basketball. It's about the future of the league and how it chooses to nurture its talent. Are we ready to see a shift? Let's keep this conversation going. There's definitely an element of that pay-your-dues culture in the WNBA. It's a mindset that stifled young stars in other leagues too. Remember how Michael Jordan was treated when he first entered the NBA? Even with his insane talent, he had to navigate a landscape that didn't always embrace new talent right away. Caitlin Clark is shaking things up, challenging the status quo and bringing a fresh energy that some in power might not be ready for. The established norms are being disrupted, and that can make people uncomfortable. It raises the question, are we witnessing a turning point in the league where new voices and faces finally get their chance? The fans have definitely noticed. Social media is on fire with questions like, why isn't Caitlin Clark being treated like the superstar she is? They're picking up on the same vibes we are. The WNBA is standing at a critical crossroads. They can either embrace this new wave of talent and excitement, or risk alienating the very fans who are tuning in to see the next big thing. Caitlin's energy and skill are bringing new viewers into the fold, and if the league doesn't recognize that, they might find themselves facing a backlash from the fans who want to see the future of women's basketball thrive. It's a pivotal moment that could define the league's direction for years to come. What path will they choose? There's always been a certain tension when a young star comes in and starts shaking up the league. It's understandable. For veterans who've put in years of hard work to earn their spotlight, seeing someone new take the stage can be tough to swallow. But that doesn't mean the future should be ignored. Caitlin Clark is the future of the WNBA, and her rise isn't just about her talent, it's about the excitement and energy she brings to the game. Embracing new talent doesn't diminish the accomplishments of established players. Instead, it enriches the league as a whole. As we look ahead, it's vital for the WNBA to find a way to balance honoring its veterans while also celebrating the next generation. Because at the end of the day, the league's growth depends on its ability to adapt and evolve. Caitlin Clark's presence alone has transformed the Indiana Fever into a must-watch team, breaking attendance records and igniting merchandise frenzies. She's not just a great player, she's a phenomenon. Fans are flocking to games, and her merchandise is flying off the shelves. The real question is, why isn't the WNBA fully embracing her? With her ability to draw crowds and capture attention, she represents a unique opportunity for the league to grow and evolve. Ignoring this moment could mean missing out on a goldmine of engagement and excitement. It's time for the WNBA to recognize the value that Caitlin brings and make a concerted effort to showcase her talent. After all, she's not just a player, she's a game changer. A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark don't have to be rivals. They can absolutely coexist. There's room for both to be faces of the league. But if the WNBA continues to focus solely on the old guard at the expense of rising stars, are they risking the league's future? It's really about balance. A'ja Wilson is the established face, and she's earned that position through hard work and success. But Caitlin Clark represents the bridge to the next generation of players and fans. If the WNBA fails to give her the platform she deserves, they could be missing out on a golden opportunity to grow the game even further. This isn't just about two players, it's about the future of the league. The WNBA has a chance to celebrate its rich history while also embracing the exciting potential that comes with fresh talent. The WNBA holding back its brightest new star due to a toxic culture that prioritizes hierarchy over growth, or is it simply a matter of playing it safe? Leaning on the familiar rather than taking a bold leap into the future? These questions are crucial because they get to the heart of how the league chooses to develop its talent. We should be proud of the incredible talent in the WNBA, both our veterans and our rising stars. It's about fostering a competitive and inclusive environment for all players, where every voice is heard and every player has the chance to shine. The WNBA has an opportunity to redefine its narrative, one that celebrates both established icons like A'ja Wilson and fresh talents like Caitlin Clark. Embracing this duality can lead to a richer, more dynamic league that not only honors its past, but also boldly embraces its future. It's time to encourage growth, celebrate diversity, and create a league that's as vibrant as the athletes who play in it. Caitlin Clark is already rewriting the story of the WNBA, whether they're ready for it or not. She's a record breaker, a crowd favorite, and the undeniable face of the future. But the big question remains, will the WNBA let her fully shine? Or will this toxic wait-your-turn culture keep her in the shadows? The league stands at a crossroads. Will they embrace the rise of a new superstar or cling to the past? It's time for the WNBA to make a bold decision because Caitlin Clark isn't waiting anymore. We want to hear from you. What do you think? Is the WNBA holding Caitlin Clark back? Does this point to a bigger problem within the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe for more explosive stories from the world of hoops.